that time of the month to do my monthly beauty favorites. As always, you know, I'm trying new products every single day, and I've narrowed it down to my favorite products that I tried this month. I'm really excited. I am wearing it all, and look how good this makeup looks. I get to share with you all of the beautiful stuff that I have on my face. Let's first get started with this new hair dryer that I've been obsessed with. A huge thank you to Zuvi for sponsoring today's video. I'm excited to share with you about the Zuvi Halo hair dryer. This is the most highest tech hair dryer I've ever owned. Zuvi Halo is the breakthrough hair dryer made for hair care. I've been testing it for the past few weeks, and I can definitely feel my hair getting shinier and smoother. And the product also won the Allure Best of Beauty 2022 Time Best Innovation Award, so it really is the real deal. First of all, what I love about these is it comes with 3 different attachments, and they all detach and attach so easily. And my favorite part is it came with a diffuser attachment. You guys know I don't heat style my hair too often, so when it comes to needing to blow dry my hair, I like to use a diffuser to make sure I get my natural waves with putting minimal heat on my hair. And what's really great about the Zuvi hair dryer is it actually is powered by light care technology and uses infrared light and high-speed air to dry your hair. And this light care is so much better for your hair. It's going to bring damaged hair back to life. I love the design of it. I feel like it looks so sleek and very high-end, very luxe. And also with the light care, it has scientific proven results. So for me, what I found with this hair dryer is it helps minimize frizz because too much air doesn't blow out, it doesn't make a mess in my hair, and it also leaves my hair much shinier, and I think that has to do with the lack of damage that I get when I use this hair dryer. And overall, I just feel more comfortable with that light care technology over using straight heat on my hair. It's so much better, but allows me to get much more definition in my waves. So normally for my hair care routine, I get out of the shower, and while my hair is wet, I'll put on a heat protectant, a spray-on hair mask, and then I brush it out. I put it in a microfiber towel for a little bit, and then it's time to get to the good part. I will put in a lot of curl cream so that my hair doesn't get so frizzy living in Miami. And then I apply my diffuser attachment and I flip my head over and I just start diffusing. So again, a huge thank you to Zuvi for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Let's get into the makeup portion. So starting off with base/foundation, I have a favorite that I have fallen in love with again. It's not cheap, I apologize, but this is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. So I had it in my collection for a while. I loved it. It was one of my all-time favorite foundations, but it did eventually expire, and I just didn't need to add another foundation to my collection. So I've lived without it for a little bit, and I've really missed it. So I ended up repurchasing it, and I've fallen in love with it all over again. It's so quick and easy to apply and has the most skin-like finish I've ever seen in a foundation, while still providing like a medium coverage. I love the way that my skin looks whenever I wear this. So if you're looking for the most skin-like foundation that still gives a little bit of coverage, it's great in the summer and is super quick and easy to apply, I recommend this. I've been using this all month. Now, to counteract the expensive price of that, I also do have a more affordable kind of foundation base that I've been enjoying. This is from NYX. It's the Bear With Me Blurring Tint Foundation. This is so good. I was unsure if I was even going to like it because I have a horrifically dark color for myself. This does not match me at all, but because it's more of a tint, I can get away with it, especially when I pair it with the proper products. But when I apply this, I'm not gonna lie, it does look a little scary, but the finish of this on the skin looks so smooth and blurring. It doesn't look too drying, even though I would say it has like a soft matte finish. It applies really quickly to the skin. Honestly, every time I wear this, I just love the finish that it has on my skin. My skin just looks so soft, and I can't believe it's from the drugstore. I will most definitely be purchasing this in a shade that's a lot closer to my skin tone, but I'm telling you, I can still make it work. It looks scary, especially by swatch, but because it's not a full coverage product, I can blend it out and then mix it with the right concealers and face products and get it to work for me. And the fact that I still love it while it's not even the right color says a lot about how good the finish and formula is. So if you're looking for something good from the drugstore, the hype on this It's real. Moving on into concealers, this was a new guy that I tried this month. This is a Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. I've talked a lot of crap about Tom Ford in the last year, but one area that they do not short you in is the concealer slash foundation realm. Like the complexion products Tom Ford does, so good, and this concealer is nothing short of that. Now, it's one of the most expensive concealers in my collection, but it is the perfect everyday concealer. Just like the foundation, it sits like a second skin on the under eyes. You don't even need to set it with powder if you don't want to, but if you do, you can also get it to work that way as well. I love throwing this on as like the only item on my face as well. It's very rare that I find a concealer that I like to wear on bare skin, but this is one of the very, very few concealers that I can use as a quick touch-up stick when I'm not even really wearing makeup. So if I just want to look a little bit more brightened and awake, I'll literally just blend a little bit on the under eyes where my nose is red. If I have any spots, I'll put this over, and it blends into the skin like butter. It is just like the foundation. So if you like the foundation, this is literally the concealer version of it. It looks gorgeous. It doesn't crease throughout the day. It's a little bit lighter, so what you're giving up on with this is coverage. It gives more of a light medium coverage as opposed to a fuller coverage, which is what people typically prefer for concealers, but it's so good. The next concealer that I have is from Hailey's Beauty. They sent these over in PR, and so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I ended up really loving these. I cannot speak today. These are called the Blurring Full Coverage Concealers, and I love the packaging because it has this metal applicator, which is genuinely very soothing on the under eye. It has a very cooling sensation, and the concealer is amazing. Now, I have it on this side. It definitely has more coverage than the Tom Ford, but what I love about this is it does not look dry on my under eyes, and it really is one of the very few concealers that hardly creases. This is one of my favorite longwear concealers because you know what? Even my favorite concealers, after 9-10 hours of wear, you start to see the fine lineage from smiling and living your life. I don't get that from this. I mean, I will get a little bit of fine lineage right under here because that's inevitable, but I never get it any lower from when I smile too much or anything like that. So this is a very long wear concealer. I would say it gives a medium, not quite up to full coverage, and it looks really smooth and is hydrating on the under eyes. I've never heard anybody talk about this concealer, but it is so good in performance. Definitely an underrated product. Okay, I have a couple blushes. I mean, I couldn't not talk about these Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin blushes. I think that these are just a beautiful formulation. When it comes to Danessa Myricks, I actually find them to be a hit or miss brand for me. This one is a hit. I currently am wearing the shade Rosé and Brunch. I feel like she has the most beautiful colors in this line, and this product is so unique as a like cream blush. I haven't ever had a cream blush that sits quite like this on the skin. It's oddly very, very smooth and skin-like. This product is very pigmented, so use a lighter hand if you're on the more light side. If you have deeper complexion, this is definitely going to show up on you, but it does not look like makeup on the skin. It is the strangest thing in the best way possible. Just even right here, I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury. This looks smoother. And it lasts a long time. So it's a very unique formula for cream blushes. I have a full review on these if you want to check it out, but I've been loving these. I think they are beautiful. They can be a little intimidating to me because they have like just a little too much pigment for what I prefer, but now I know what I'm going in for when I use these, and I love the way that they look on the cheek. And I just mentioned the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush ones. I've also been wearing these non-stop, and I recently ended up trying Dream Pop, which is the deepest shade. I didn't think it would work out on me. It also looks really beautiful. I love the way that these apply. I love that even though they are a matte finish, if you have a glowy foundation underneath, it will give your skin a glow as well. It kind of just goes with whatever the finish of your foundation is. The colors are beautiful. These are extremely long wear. They blend out beautifully. I have enjoyed them. Normally, like, I love a liquid and cream blush, but at the end of the day, if I were stranded on an island, I would normally choose a powder blush over a liquid or cream blush, but I've even been reaching for these over my powder blushes. strange, but yeah, I really love these. They are pricey, of course. It's Charlotte Tilbury. They're not a necessity if you have blushes in your collection already, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been really enjoying them. And in my initial review of these, you could literally see my foundation eating the pigmentation away, and I thought it was this product. I thought it didn't give enough pigmentation, but after I've messed around with other base products underneath, I've discovered that this actually has a lot of pigment and it can build up. I think the foundation I was wearing was weird that day, but Pillow Talk is my favorite shade. Okay, moving on to eyes already. I will be doing a palette rankings this month, so I will have 2 months worth of palettes, and I did not expect this to be a favorite of mine. I don't necessarily know that it's going to rank at #1, but I can tell you it was my most used palette, so that's why it's the only palette I'm featuring. This is the newest Florist eyeshadow palette, and it is a truly just neutral palette, and I always thought it was so beautiful. Obviously, I like Florist's quality, and I love the embossments, but I didn't think I would reach for it as much as I did, because one, I try not to wear neutral colors every day, and then two, the embossments were too pretty to mess up, but I've used this like at least 6 or 7 times. I have it on my eyelids today. The quality is very nice. They're not the most pigmented mattes in the world, but they are buildable, and I've just used these for events. Every day that I've wanted a neutral look, I've been going for this. I have this shade on my eyelid right now. Let me quickly show you how I got this look today. So I started off with this satin shade right here in the crease. Very pretty. It's just a really soft orange. And then the next shade I went into was this matte orange in the outer corner. This one didn't have as much pigment, but it still was a very pretty addition to the look. And then I did want a little bit more depth, so I went into the dark brown. Again, I wish this brown gave a little bit more, but still, it's so soft and pretty and easy to use. And then the last thing I did was use this shade all over the lid, and it is just gorgeous. So I wouldn't say this is the best quality eyeshadow palette I've ever used, but it gets the job done. The colors are gorgeous, and I've been reaching for it nonstop because I've really enjoyed the looks that I've gotten from it. And we're already on to the final category of lips, because I don't have any liner or lashes or anything that I've been reaching for consistently. I've just been messing around with all of the stuff in my collection, but I have a new lip pencil that I only tried a couple days ago, but I've been wearing it every day since, and I'm obsessed with this color. So this is from About Face. It is their matte lip liner in the shade Smoking Room, which I did see was sold out on their website. I'll have to check Ulta. But this has such a creamy application, and I find the wear time to be pretty decent. Like, it's not Pat McGrath longevity, but it's pretty good. But it's this color. It's the perfect tone to make my lips look more plump. I feel like every time I wear this, my lips just look so much more full, but it still looks natural-ish. So I've been enjoying this color in particular, and the formula is very nice. So I definitely recommend this. And then I've also been grabbing for almost on the daily the Tower 28 tinted lip balms. These are so beautiful and great for every day. The darker shades, like for example, Drink, is going to last a really long time. It does have a decent amount of pigment, but the lighter shades, like for example, I'm wearing Mix right now, it doesn't have the same level of longevity, but look, it makes the lips look so hydrated. It's very easy to throw on. I love the colors that they offer. So these are the perfect purse lip colors, but if you're looking for longevity, the darker shades Squeeze and Drink actually last a pretty long time. The lighter colors don't, but they just look so hydrated on the lips. A great lightweight everyday lip product. And then we're already on the last product, which is from One Size. I did not expect these to end up in today's video, but I wore this on an evening out and I was so impressed. So these are the One Size Lip Snatchers, and I've only been using 2 shades. So the shade Red, one of the best reds I've ever used, and I wore it for many, many hours one night. I ate and I drank, and it didn't transfer. It didn't need any touch-ups. I was so impressed. I feel like the liquid lipstick side is a little bit drying, which I didn't love at first, but once you put the lip gloss on top, it doesn't feel drying anymore. And even though it has the lip gloss on top, I feel like this wears such a long time, and even when it does start to fade down, it fades down very pretty. It doesn't look gross or gooky. And then the other shade I've been using is a little bit more for every day, not quite a red. This is the shade Joellipus. Okay. It's a really pretty pink shade. I would say the lip gloss is a little bit sticky, so just be careful about that, but I think it helps with the longevity. That's the reason why I love it so much, is the longevity for nights out. They even launched lip liners. I'm not putting the lip liners in my favorites because it's just a lip liner. I didn't notice anything special about them, but they did pair nicely with the Snatcher duo, and my lips lasted all night. So I wanted to mention that. So if you are on the edge of purchasing these one-size lip duos, they are so long wearing. I definitely recommend them if you need your lips to last long. Alright guys, there we have it. Those were all of my favorite products from the month of February. I already have favorites lined up for March because even though it's still February, there's some products I'm like testing a little bit more, but I just already know they're going to be the March favorites. So we've had a lot of products launched. There's been so many good ones, so I'm excited about that. And again, a huge thank you to Zuvi for sponsoring today's video. Like I said, I'll have the link down below to check out their products, but I definitely recommend the hair dryer. And if you have wavy hair and you've never tried a diffuser, I love this hair dryer for the diffuser attachment, but I love that you have options with different attachments. So I'll have that linked down below for you, and make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.